So we're getting into the window cleaning. I've just set up the reverse osmosis tank pump, deionized water tank, all that kind of gear. I've washed a heap, well, not a heap, I've done a few cars, and it's working spot on. Well, quite opposite. There is zero water spot. So yeah, working really well. Quick rundown if you haven't seen the previous videos. We get 380 to 400 parts per million water, TDS, coming out of our taps. I've got a whole house water filter as well, so that's even after doing that. It's that high. Run it through the DI machine at that ppm, the DI tank. You're only going to get about 30 washes, 800 litres, something like that. It's going to eat through your resin, DI resin, quite quickly. So I went ahead, I only used it once, then I researched the ppm and stuff like that. Got an R.O.D.I, very cheap one actually, off eBay, $92. 5 minutes to set up, they're very easy. So yeah, $92 for the R.O.D.I filters, 2 filters and an R.O.D.I membrane, all the pipe work, everything, a whole complete kit, $92. $90 for a 100 litre tank, and $100 for a pump, a 240 volt pump. You can get cheaper pumps, but I wanted 240. I didn't want to muck around with converting 240 to 12 volt. It'll never move, so that's why I got 240 volt, 220 volt, whatever you want to call it. Mains powered. So yeah, that was a little bit more expensive to get that, but you can get 12 volt pumps. As long as you get a pump that is rated to your pressure washer. So that was one thing that I fluked on, and I'm a little bit under, but it seems to keep up. I think my pump is 7 litres per minute and my pressure washer is 8.5 litres a minute. But with the right nozzle, it can keep up, so it's no dramas. So we'll go and have a look at that setup in a minute. But that can't move. That setup is totally fixed to the house and cannot move. So to wash windows, I want something completely portable. What I used to use was my old pressure washer that was on wheels. I had a gurney, foam cannon. You know, you're detaching this, detaching that, doing this, doing that. You're mucking around with hoses all the way around the house. I've got a 20 metre hose, but that had to be shifted. I can't get around the whole house from one hose tap. This hose is not filtered as well. That's just unfiltered water for the garden. The rest of the house is filtered water, not R.O. water, just filtered water. Yeah, so the only place I have R.O. water is in the 100 litre tank that's down the side of the house. So the aim of today is to set up a trolley. I don't know if you can see, you probably can't see it, but I've got a little trolley. I've got a 30 litre tank. Just went and picked up all this from Bunnings just this morning. I've got a 30 litre tank that I bought some adapters to make it into a hose connector at the bottom. I've got the Azedo cordless pressure washer. So actually I've got to put some batteries on charge. First thing first though, I want to go and get some water in this, some R.O. water, transfer it from my 100 litre tank, run it through the DI tank into here, so it's 0 TDS, 0 ppm water in here, and then that way I can get my tank refilling. At the moment it's completely full, so I'm going to go and get 30 litres out of it and then turn it back on. So in 2 hours, I'd say it'll probably be back to 30 litres. Yeah, I think about 2.5 hours. It'll make 30 litres and it'll be completely replenished. Just in case we go through this, we need to refill it, that's all. But technically I can fill this 3 times from the tank I have there, which is fine. I find myself using 20 to 30 litres on a car to rinse it right at the end. So I can get, 3 to 4 cars, depending how quick I am about it, with the tank I have. So if the tank is empty and you want to go and wash a car, no chance. It's going to take hours to fill up 30 litres. At least that's the minimum what you need. So yeah, it's you just got to always have water in that tank, pretty much, and that's it. Tastes really nice. I've actually got a water container coming today with a tap on it, very similar to this, but a nicer looking one that goes in the fridge. Postie must be here. Doorbells of the 2 doorbells. Must have heard him. Yeah, so just a nice one that sits in the fridge. So you got R.O. water in the fridge. Really nice. I actually made a coffee with it this morning. I went and filled the kettle up, and it wasn't that great. I don't know. it didn't have any taste to it, but I think that's its problem, is that there is no taste to it, and maybe I'm just not used to it, but yeah, it just didn't taste, it just tasted flat. So maybe you can't really use it in coffees, I'm not sure. Or maybe you need the better RO system that brings the alkalinity back up and adds the minerals, and that's what makes it good again. But yeah, it is what it is. I didn't buy it to drink, I bought it for the cars, so and for doing windows around here. So that, yeah, I don't know if I mentioned it actually, so that's what we're going to do, is this comes with its own foam cannon. I've just been to the cleaning supply shop. This was only like $10. Ammonia boosted detergent. You can smell the ammonia in that. It almost took the hairs out of my nose, and it's very so 1 part of this to between 100 and 200 parts of warm water. This is about 1/4 to 1/2 a cup per 10 litre. So you don't need a lot of this. This does come in 1 litre and 5 litre. And 5 litres is only $29. 1 litre was $9.90 something. I don't need. I know it's cheaper to buy 5 litres, but with that amount of concentration, I'm not going to need this will last me years. So yeah, I don't need it unless it turns out to be a really, really good cleaner. Then I'll probably use it for other things. I've got outdoor blinds here. I've got outdoor blinds at the front to shield the front window a bit from the direct sun. So yeah, that could possibly be used for that. So I might find myself using it a bit more, but even though a litre is going to last a very long time. So the aim of the game is to be completely cordless. The whole cart, I've got a broom and a scrubbing pole. We'll set all that up on the cart, and you literally go from window to window with that cart and that cart only, and everything is on there. I've got a 40mm PVC pipe to carry there's already one on there, so that pretty much goes in there. And then I'm going to put another one here for the scrubber. The scrubber's for the glass, the broom's for the security screens and the doors and the tracks and stuff like that. So that's all that's for. And then I've got a 90mm. I'm hoping the 90mm holds the gun, so that way the gun's got somewhere to go. I've got a strap for the water container so that doesn't fall off. Not that we're going to do drifting around the house or anything with it, but just to keep it on there. I just got an assortment of straps. I think that's enough. I've got 4, 2 long, 2 short. They're 40 centimetres and 80 centimetres. My new favourite straps. I use these for everything. I actually use them to tie my bike down on my bike rack. Very strong, very good straps. I've had them for probably 2 years now, and no dramas. They're not. I don't store it in the sun, so I don't know how they go in the sun. But yeah, very good straps. I only bought 1 cap. I had 2 in my hand, and then I thought, what do I need 2 for? But the other one was for the 40mm pipe I already had. But that's okay, it's not slipping out, so I'll pick up another one in my travels, and then that's the connector for the bottle here. We've got to do this first. Oh no, I've really ballsed it. Yeah, I've really ballsed it, or maybe not actually. I might have something that might fix this, but what I've done, I didn't think about that. So put that into there. This doesn't have a tap to turn it on and off, so water is going to come out of here as soon as you do that. The only thing I might be able to save it is I do have these things. The only thing is it's the wrong way around. No, it's not. All right, it's got to, hang on, get a cutter. There we go. That'll fix it. So then that'll go there. And I bought this little thing here that goes in there. That screws onto that. So bit big, possibly can break. Just got to be careful with it. So that'll be okay. And then I've got a valve here to turn it on and off then. So yeah, I didn't think about that, but luckily I had. That's why it's worth definitely keeping odds and ends like that. So yeah, I'll go ahead. I'll get this thread taped. I know you don't really need thread tape because it's BSP and it's got a washer in here, but I like to lube it all up with a bit of that, bit of rubber grease, synthetic grease, suitable for rubber. Boom, boom, all in, no leaks. Clip that on, bit of rubber grease on that O-ring, and then in here there should be the connector that goes onto that with a hose to the gun. I'll get some batteries charging up. Apparently there is a rundown on the time. It comes with a 2.5 amp hour battery, and you get 10 minutes of runtime on normal pressure or 17 on eco. I don't need pressure. It's nice to have, and I didn't buy this for pressure. It's only like 360 psi or something like that. It's or 350, yeah, 350 psi. So I didn't buy it for the pressure. I've got other pressure washers to do that kind of stuff. This was only to get water from that jug onto the windows and to rinse it with deionized water. But because it comes with the foam cannon, you can put the soap in there, spray your soap on, scrub it with the scrubber, scrub it with the broom, whatever you need to do, and then rinse it with deionized water straight out of that. So that's going to be a winner. It'll draw water straight from this, from that connector down there. It's got a water filter for some reason. I suppose if you're just chucking it into a pond or whatever, that's a good idea, so you don't put anything bad through the gun. But yeah, so it comes with a 2.5 amp hour. I've got another 2.5 amp hour, and I've got a 4 amp hour. So 4 amp hour. I just don't know if I'm using it at eco or normal yet. As you can tell, I haven't even opened it. So I may just be using it on eco because I don't need pressure. So it doesn't say what the pressure is on eco. It just says maximum pressure is 348. Yeah, so it doesn't say. So we'll suss it out. I'll charge up to 2.5 amp hours. I don't want to use my 4 amp hour because it just makes the thing too heavy. So I want it completely on the cart, completely portable, and we're good to go. I normally help out my folks doing their windows as well. I haven't done it in a long time. Mum does it the old-fashioned way with rags and brooms and squidgies. You know, it takes her 20 minutes per window. I'm hoping to do the whole house in 45 minutes, hopefully. We'll see, and I've got some big glass doors there, so we'll see. I'm going to time myself as well. Not that it's a rush, but it's not a task I like doing, so I want to get it over and done with quickly. And by doing this, you're not drying the windows either, so really good. Plus, soon we will have a rental property that we're going to be renting out. So my job is to look after the... you don't have to. You can hire people to do it. But I'll be cleaning the outside windows, mowing the lawns, doing the gardens, that kind of stuff. Retick. Just maintaining the outside of the property. I'll probably go once a week, once every 2 weeks. Probably once every week in summer, maybe, depending on the grass. Just for a quick mow, tidy up. Possibly once every 2 weeks in winter. So this is kind of the reason, because it has to be portable. 30 litres may not be enough to go around the house. I don't know yet. I haven't done it. I don't think it's going to be. For here, I'm fine. I can just go and refill it again. I can refill it up to 3 times. And probably by the time I've used this 3 times, it's already refilled another 30 litres. It doesn't take that long. So yeah, I'm not sure. So the next option is going to be a water bladder, 110 litre water bladder, or they make different sizes, but the 110 litre is quite manageable. And that could go in the boot. I don't need it for here. Like I said, I've got 100 litres around the corner. And if I really do think about this, from a day before or 2 days before, I could have 30 litres of RO water in here, plus 100 and plus the tank full. So I could have 130 litres on site ready to go of RO water before I even start. But I don't think I'm going to use that much. I think I'll... It depends on this. Depends how quickly this uses water. Everyone says it's quite economical on water use, so we'll see. But yeah, if I want to do my folks' place or I want to do our rental place, then that's the option. And they're not expensive. They're only about $40 from Amazon. I'll put a screenshot up. 45 bucks, something like that. 110 litres. They're like 80 centimetres by 30 by 30. They'd almost fit on this cart, but I think this is the better option. But yeah, what I'll do is then, obviously I'm going to have to think about it from a days before. Put that bladder in the boot of my car. I've got a wagon, so no dramas there. It'll take the weight. Well, it's only 100 kilos anyway, 110 kilos. Yeah, so it'll definitely take the bladder in the back. And when my green tank out here is full, I just fill up the bladder, and then fill up that tank again. And then probably fill this up as well. So that way I'm going to the house with 140 litres, 110 in the bladder, 30 litres in here. I think that will more than cover it. Yeah, I think that would much more than cover it. So that's the main game. It's handy around here. It doesn't have to be as portable as what this is going to be. But because I do other houses, then that's kind of why I'm going down this route. So I'll put some time lapse on building this cart up. I don't think it's going to take too long. It's literally just strap some pipe, cut some pipe, put the things in. Then we'll get to unboxing this, I think, and getting a battery on charge. But first job is getting the bungs and everything in here and getting some water in here. Okay, we'll get on to... So I've done... That didn't take long at all. So you saw there, hopefully you can see it in the time lapse, TDS is 2. Anything under 5 is going to give you spotless rinse, spotless drying, so no dramas there. It should be 0. I think the drama is that pump, 7 litres a minute running through the DI tank is way too fast. It needs to be about half that. And then it will be 0. It's just the water's not getting enough time in the resin to take it out. So I did mention my water here is 380 to 400 ppm. Once it comes out of the RO machine, once that runs through the RO machine, well, it's not a machine, the filters, the RO filters, I end up with 24. So it's going from 380 to 24, which is a massive saving on your DI resin. But yeah, it's 2, which is fine, no dramas, but it should be 0, and that's what it is. So next time what I'll do is I won't open the valve fully on that little grey hose that fills this up. I mean, what I could do without wasting any water is get this and tip it back into the tank and then do it again. But I think 2 is going to be fine. That's no dramas. We've got no leaks out of my little contraption that I've got here with the tap on it, so that's good. But yeah, that's the way to fix that, is just slow the water coming out of the tap. That was way too fast. I think that DI tank is actually rated to 2.5 or 3 litres a minute. I think it might even be 2.5 litres a minute, not 7. So that's a pretty good number, and you've almost tripled it. Well, no, it's more than triple, sorry. Yeah, more than triple the flow rate, and I'm still getting 2, so that's pretty good. So yeah, no, happy with that. But yeah, that'll do. So let's get into opening this thing. I've already got one of my original. I haven't opened it, but I've got a battery on charge. So it comes with a charger too. Unfortunately, you can't buy this skin only. I couldn't find it anywhere skin only because I've already got a charger and a battery. So that would have been good, bring the price down a bit, but here's what it is. German designed quality and a 5-year warranty. So Azito's really upped the game. And by no means am I calling it the best tools out there, because they're not. They're budget tools, but yeah, it comes with a wall mount template for the fast charger. That's pretty cool. As usual, I ain't reading instructions. It's plug it in and put water in it. Yeah, they're not saying that though. That feels pretty nice. Oh, it's got a lock on the trigger, so it's just on or off by the looks of it. It comes with a I saw this on the thing there, on the picture, but you can put your battery in here to make your battery waterproof, so that's a good idea. I'm not going to use it. I'm just going to try and keep it all dry. I can put some grease on it if I want. Okay, so this is not I don't know what the dilution ratio coming out is, so that's going to be a bit of trial and error. But I don't think it's like, it's not a proper foam cannon like for your car that you put 50 mils in and then a litre of water. I'm pretty sure this is mainly going to be concentrate, and then it's doing a lot more mixing. Oh, and it's adjustable. That's pretty cool. That's very cool. The plastic it's like nylon. It's not crappy plastic. Oh wow, even these are, you can hear them there. They're hard as, yeah. Very good. And it's a multi-nozzle, and unfortunately it's not a 1/4 inch quick connect, so you are stuck with what you have here. You can't change it unless someone knows of an adapter that will allow you to change it from this funny spiral thing to quick connect. I don't know what that's for. It's like a washer on its own. Maybe it's part of the filter. Might be part of this filter here, because it kind of does fit in there absolutely perfectly. So we'll leave it in there so we don't lose it. I'm not going to use that. I don't need it. So this is to connect that to that, and then you can also have a bottle, like a Coke bottle or something. So you can have like a 2 litre bottle and be completely cordless if 2 litres is going to be enough for you. At the flow rate, 2 litre, I think it's more than that. So it'll barely give you a minute. Let's just take these out. Battery and charger, I'm not even going to open. Like I said, I've got my own all ready to go. So rated flow rate is 2.7 litres a minute. So a 2 litre bottle's not going to even last a minute. So I don't know what the point is there. But I mean, if you put it on an eco and you just got a quick clean up to do and you're nowhere near, you don't have a bucket or whatever, yeah, no worries. I don't know if I like that. We'll see how long that lasts. The hose fittings are not the best, and they look like this is not the same size as your garden hose. So if you do break these, you're going to be up for a new hose. If you run them over or crush them or something, you're going to be. You can't just change your fittings with your normal garden hose fittings. This is not the same size hose. So yeah, you're going to be up for a whole hose and fittings. You can't do one without the other. Now I did have. I've got a bit of that rubber grease. I always like to grease up all the O-rings. It just makes everything fit and seal better. So I'll put a little bit on that. Actually, what I might do is actually hook this up to the hose. Yeah, I might hook this up to the hose just to play with it, rather than waste this water here. So let's do that. We'll put a bit of. Again, probably not going to use that. Not going to use that. Not going to use that. I'm hoping not to have to use the extenders. I just want to use the gun. That was actually, I might use one extender for the reason of being able to store it on the cart there. So we'll see. I'll just do this first. Let's have a play with it, and I'll put the other battery on charge, the other 2.5. There we go. So, okay, yeah, they're pretty tight connecting. So we'll see. They may last, they may not. We'll see. Again with this, like that, and we'll just do one extender. Okay, how does this go? So I just saw an A written on that. Okay, so I think they only go. Yep, okay. So A fits there, and then that tightens it up just to take the pressure off the join. That's pretty cool. And then hopefully, yep, that's it. There we go. You hear that snap? That's that metal ring snapping on. I think that's good with one. Because then this one's different. Oh no, that says A as well. Okay. No, we're good. They're all the same. I think one's going to be good enough. Alright, I'll connect it to the hose. It's quite a long hose actually. So you've got no water coming through until you hit the gun. There you go. Oh, that's all nozzles by the looks of it. Okay, yep. Oh, righto. Yep, okay. So that's just a nice wide pattern. No pressure just yet. You can only spin this nozzle this way. Oh yeah, turbo nozzle. Jet. Don't know what that is. The They're not called anything. I think that's just a smaller fan, wide fan, turbo, jet, and that's it. I think we're going to go wide fan for rinsing. All right, chuck a battery in. I will get their original battery, and I'll put that on charge. Oh, this is a little bit different to mine. Okay, they've updated them. It's got 2 out of 3 lights, so it won't take too long to charge. This wouldn't feel out of place actually with a 4 amp hour on it. Okay. Yeah, it's not a great deal of pressure. Let's see, I don't know how to really explain it. For what I want it to do, perfect. All I want it to do is throw some water on a window, that's it. So, yeah. The jet's quite powerful, that's leaving marks. Right. Yeah, you wouldn't want to go too close to it. This one's okay. Yeah, that's fine. If you're thinking of replacing your pressure washer, your Karcher 1500, 2000 PSI, that ain't happening. It's pretty weak, but like I said, it's perfect for what I want it for. Literally just doing this kind of stuff. I won't do it on a window because it's not DI water, but that's all I'm going to be doing is just getting some water down to run down. Like that, and that's perfect. That's perfect. So let's try the soap canister. That may get annoying because that looks like to me that it's a clicky-onny. Oh, it's not too bad, I suppose. Oh, okay. Maybe it does go that way. We're going to need the instructions. No, and that's about the battery. Okay, so it's up to us to work it out. So, to me, there we go. You just got to do it the right way. And that's it, I think. Alright, I'll put a bit of... how am I going to get water into here? Let's have a look. Okay, so we've got a bit of water in there. This stuff is not... It's not watery, but it's not too thick. I don't know the dilution ratio, so I'm going like 50-50, because then it's going to get diluted as it comes out. So whatever that dilution ends up being is what it is, I suppose. But yeah, don't sniff this. It's quite potent, like that. All right, let's see. What am I missing? Taps on. Oh, yeah. Can't see any bubbles yet. Oh, okay. Oh, right. Okay, that's a good idea. There we go. That's quite a bit. That's good. So I can even dial it down from there. So you don't even need... So if you're happy with that spray pattern, you don't even... that's off at the moment. So you can see me rinsing. Yeah, okay, that's what I wanted. And then if you want to apply, that's not a lot coming. There we go. Pretty good. And then off and rinse. That's perfect. Perfect. All right, very nice. One thing I did just notice is with this attachment on, it's not going to fit inside the tube that I just bought. I'll have a quick think about it off camera on how we're going to make it be on this trolley. But yeah, it's not going to fit the way it is there because that ain't going to fit in the thing. That could be something that you just snap on and off. It's not hard to do, but I would rather just have it fully connected. The only thing is, if you store, yeah, see, it does leak, so it needs to be stored that way if you're going to keep that foam cannon on it. I think, for what it's worth, it's just too easy just to undo it, and then I'll just cut a channel in here and then get that sitting in here somewhere. Yep, so let's do that. I'll do that off camera. You guys don't need to see me cutting pipe up. Alright, we're looking good. I'll show you the cart. She's all ready for her debut. Only thing is, it's a little bit back heavy. Oh yeah, that's not ideal, that. So yeah, I'm gonna have to do some mods to it. It's just all the way to the water. You can kind of see there it'll tip. Plus it's got the gun. I may have to fix this before we go too much further. The water bottle needs to go way forward. Yeah, let's fix that issue first. But anyway, that's how it is. You can see there, nice and tight fit. I've cut the pipe out, as you can see there, and then put a bit of protection with some electrical conduit, just so it doesn't scratch this up or anything with the sharp edges of the plastic. I did round them off, but it just makes it fit nice. But yeah, so yeah, I have to get some blocks or do something to make that water bottle go that way. So I'll turn off and I'll get back to you. Okay, for now, I think that's a good solution. So I've actually got, this doesn't need to be so big, it's all I've got. So I'll look for something a little bit smaller. But yeah, you can put all your accessories in there if you've got any, and it shifts your water forward. Plus it gets this hanging off. Definitely want to be careful with this and not hit it on anything, because you'll be up for a new bucket and probably some fittings. But yeah, that's not going to tip over for sure now. So, all right, so we'll try it on this window. It is a bit four-wheel drive, that's good. Obviously you don't want to be right up on the window. Now this window, you can probably see it's got tint on it, which bubbled. DIY job. I'm no tinter, that's for sure. So yeah, you're probably not the best example, but good enough. So we want to make sure this is off, I think. Probably want to crack the lid as well, just to let a bit of air in. And we're good to go, I think. What are we missing? Water. Turn the water on. There we go. There we go. Very good. Okay, so now we want a bit of soap. So the soap is pretty much on and off, on or off. So that, obviously I can't do the window where this security screen is, they don't come out. So I want to just soak it. It's not the most economical on cleaning solution, but that's okay. So we'll grab this. This is a custom job as well, this squidgy on a pole. Everything from Bunnings. As you can see, the soap there's quite brown. That's good. Alright. Obviously the workflow will get a bit better the more I use it. And then we'll just get some suds on here. And that's as hard as it has to be. Rinse it off, Okay, no more soap. Okay, that'll do. And you just leave it now, and that's it. She's done. She will dry with no spots. And that's where the time saving is. I don't think there's going to be much time saving in the actual cleaning side of things, but it will be in the in this bit that you just walk away and get onto the next window. So I'll do a time lapse. We'll go from this window. We'll go all the way around the side and see how we go. I'm definitely going to water this down. So that was way too strong. This mix was way too strong. So I think you do need literally half a capful, the rest water, and then that's it. Because I noticed that this was either on or off. It just didn't have any sort of calibration in it because it was way too strong. So it needs to be a lot less, and plus then you won't go through as much either. So this will last for 3 or 4 windows rather than just probably 2 windows you get out of that. But yeah, I don't mind filling that up more often. That's okay. But we'll come to this. We'll come back to. I did this one because it's in the sun. So we'll come back to this one when it's all dried up. I'll leave this one in real time so you can see actually how long it takes. I'm starting to get a bit of a handle on it. My soap is still way too concentrated. I'm getting I don't want this many suds. It's just not necessary. But otherwise, you'll see soon. I've got it on eco as well. It's definitely, it actually works better on eco. Obviously less pressure, but I don't want pressure. I just want to rinse it, and you don't need pressure for that. So, and I've gone back to using this tip on the wide spray nozzle. So, okay, eco. that's it. So I'm starting to pick it up. If you keep this parallel with this type of security screen, this is steel security screen, so I can't take it out. It's fly mesh, fly wire, and security. If you go on an angle, you start closing them up, and it looks like there's soap there. So if you keep it parallel to the holes, it shoots right through and leaves it quite clean, pretty good. And what else was there? Eco, really good. That's all you need. You don't need any more pressure than that for this job. For other jobs you may, but this seems to be working very good. So we're sweet there. Yeah, that's it. We'll keep going on to here. I'm going to go dump some footage, charge my camera up because it's almost flat. I've still got. Oh, this is almost finished. So there's 30 litres gone just there, but I'm getting better with it. And the soap is way too concentrated. So that's going to get fixed on. I think it's empty now anyway. So not bad. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 windows and a door. So pretty good. So I'd say it'll be 3 loads of water, maybe 3, so 90 litres of water. But I am getting better at it. So yeah, pretty good. I'm pretty happy with that. And the cart is working really good. You probably noticed down there, I was a bit pressed for space. It was getting a bit tight just down there. There's just not a lot of room. But otherwise, she's doing exactly what I wanted it to do. And these being, I didn't design this into it, but the pipes on the outside are on an angle, so the drips don't drip back on the trolley, which is really good. It all drips off the trolley, so that works really good. I've already gone through 1 battery, but I've only just figured out that eco is the way to go. So instead of 10 minutes on a 2.5 amp hour battery, I'm going to get 17 now. So I'll just leave it on eco for the rest of the job. It really doesn't need the pressure. Let's go and check out that first window before I forget, and that's the whole aim of this. But my battery is on red, so we'll do it quickly. I should have really done the inside of these windows first, because then it kind of gives a true representation. Oh, no, there's no water spot. You'd be able to see water spots on here really, if there was any, but there's none. Yeah, it's not really a good, because of the tint. It feels very clean though, so that's awesome. Next thing to do is I may even use that ceramic sealant. I'm going to see how they go like this, because I don't really want to add another step to it if I don't have to. But I do have that ceramic sealant that I can actually spray on, rinse off, and it leaves like a 3-month ceramic coat on the windows, which would probably be good for winter, which is what we're in now. For summer, it's probably not necessary because it's not raining, and that's pretty much what it's for, is for dispersing water. So yeah, but it could be a good thing for winter. I may actually do it, but only on the front windows. They're about the only windows that get wet. This window kind of does a little bit, but it's at the back of the house. No one really cares. The other windows don't get wet because they're undercover. These glass doors here don't get wet. The window down there is frosted, so it doesn't matter. It's just our window to the bathroom. So the study and our bedroom window are exposed to rain quite like every time it rains, because that's the way the weather comes, is from the west there. So yeah, I may do it. I might just mix up one bottle, one little foam cannon bottle in that machine, and we'll do that, and that'll be a good little tester actually, because there is no way you can feel the window is like, if I was to run my finger down it, it's got zero slip on it at all. It's got nothing, which I suppose it's doing its job, so perfect. But yeah, we'll do that. I'll charge this all up and we'll go and do the front. Alright, couldn't have timed that any better. I've just run out of water. I had to tilt it forward to get some water out of it. So that's the ceramic sealant applied. You can see what it's doing, the water beading there. So all good. I just managed to get it off. That stuff there, you really don't want it sitting on the glass at all. Alright, so perfect timing. That worked out to the litre. I probably wasted a litre at the end there just to get rid of it, so it's not sitting in the thing there, but that was spot on. That was really good. So improvements I might make to this thing is a better bucket at the back there. That's slipped already, you can see it there. So it needs to be a little bit longer but a little bit shorter this way. So yeah, I'll keep an eye out for something like that. So what I ended up doing, I just got an old milk container. I put 2 capfuls. I did 1 capful to start with, and you could see there on the back door, so that would be a good test. So the back doors here got 1 capful for 2 litres. There were still some bubbles there, but it actually was faster and used less water because I didn't have to rinse the bubbles away from the tracks and stuff so much because there wasn't that much bubbles, but hopefully there was enough to get the job done. So after that, school holidays, the young kids running around on their petrol push bikes. Yeah, so hopefully there was enough soap there to do the job. So these big doors here will be a good test. So we will see how they go. I then increased it to 2 capfuls for 2 litres, so capful per litre, and that's what I did the front windows out there, 2 capfuls per litre. It's easier to pre-mix what's going into that bottle, much easier. So that's going to be a permanent fixture. Pre-mix your 2 litres. I think 2 litres probably would be enough to do the whole place. 2 litre, maybe not, but anyway, it's easy to mix up 2 litres. I got still a litre left over, so I'll keep that. I might actually use this now on the inside. I've got a spray bottle, squidgy kind of thing for the inside of the windows, so I probably will use this on the inside of the windows there. It does a really good job. You can see here, I took a little video with my phone only because it focuses a bit easier, but you can see that there's not a spot on it, and you know, yeah, that's exactly what I was going for. Really good. There's one little spot there, but that's not water. I don't know if you can see it. I think it's paint or something from when the stupid painting dude we had come around made an absolute mess. Like this door here. So this is another good test to test. I forgot to open this door. I normally open the door so at least I can scrub that glass. But so I've scrubbed that one, but not this one because obviously the door wouldn't open. So we'll have to go inside and have a look and see if there's any marks on the glass. If there are any marks, it's only going to be dirt that didn't lift or soap that I didn't put enough water on to wash away. So we'll see there. That's another downfall. It was way too concentrated, the soap, and it's left marks on the bricks because of the ammonia that's in there. Only there I can see, but I mean it's not dry over there, but it was way too concentrated. So yeah, I kind of fixed the problem after this, but again there, no marks, so really good. The frames come up unbelievable. Oh, and on the back doors there, I didn't use the broom at all. I just wanted to see if there's a difference with using the broom and not using the broom, but you can see here this has come up brand new. Best it's ever looked actually. This is still wet, this window, so we can't really judge that one just yet, but yeah, this one took a long time and a lot of water because I did the roller shutter as well. I don't have the controller on me, but I put it all the way down and washed it, and then put it all the way up and did the window then. So that took a lot longer. The only window I haven't done is that one. I'm not going to bother. I can't get to it, and even if I did, it's just going to flood behind the shed and flood all my little setup that I've got here. So yeah, I don't. I'll probably just leave that. It's no big deal. We don't even go in that room anyway. So all good there. So I think we'll call that a success. I'm going to go do the inside of those big doors there in the back. I don't normally do these windows Yeah, I don't normally do these windows, especially this one with a tint on it. There's no point whatsoever. The boys are out in the sun enjoying. So yeah, I think I'm going to do these ones. I didn't do that window on the outside because I've got that wooden bench there, and I don't want to get that full of water. But saying that, you can see how much water actually, it's hardly anything. It's so much better. That's another good point as well. Normally my heaters get saturated, got nothing on them. I moved this, but I didn't move this, and that didn't even get wet. So yeah, it's a lot cleaner with water overspray. This thing didn't even get wet. Normally I move that out of the way. I don't think this even got wet. This little bit of corner just here, no, nothing. There's no water on that, so really good. But yeah, I definitely don't want to do that. So I'll do that by hand with the squidgy and the little spray bottle and my inside kit, I suppose you call it. Yeah, I'll do that separately. I will do that today. I'll get some photos. That way we can see right through the windows here and out the front. I'll do our bedroom as well, the two windows out the front there, and that'll be a good test. I can already see the reflection on these windows here is definitely never used to be like that, and they're still wet. Actually, they've still got water spots on there because the water hasn't dried yet. But yeah, that's like a mirror. So I think we're on a winner. I wasn't sure if that was all going to work. Like on paper it should work, but I'd never mucked around with reverse osmosis or anything like that before, and I was kind of a little bit iffy about it, and yeah, I wasn't too sure about it, but I think we're on a winner. So yeah, that's really good. So yeah, a couple of improvements to the cart, but that's expected. I'm getting faster. You could see how quickly I did those two front windows. Took no time at all. The gun's good. I would not buy that gun if you're expecting it to replace a pressure washer. There is no chance it's strong enough to do that. It's definitely limited for cleaning a bike down. Like even a motorbike, like not an off-road motorbike, but a normal motorbike, it's probably better than a pressure washer because you're not like hitting it hard with a lot of pressure. Even my bike there, for cleaning the gear set out, perfect for that, because I wouldn't normally use 2000 psi on my bike, especially because it's an electric bike, but with that I would. It's a little bit more concentrated. You can control where the water goes much better, things like that. So it definitely is good for that. Another thing I just thought of as well is I normally use this thing, but I'll have to connect it to the hose to where is it, that thing up there, and I put R.O.D.I in it. I put this stuff, or I use the fennel in summer. I don't really need to do it during winter because we get enough rain that the grass doesn't smell. But putting it, I could get a 2 litre bottle, because that's what that would take, a 2 litre, 2.5 litre bottle. It may even be the same thread as that milk bottle there, I'm not sure. Have that connector, totally cord and hose free. Mix it up with the fennel and put it on the grass. I think that's how it works better, rather than flooding. It doesn't like to be flooded, that fennel. It needs a spray so that there's tiny droplets and they get everywhere. They get absolutely everywhere. So I think that's the better thing to do. I may even try it this afternoon. There is another bottle in the recycling there, so I may try it. It's actually a 4 litre bottle, which might work out pretty good. So yeah, that footage may be coming up if I get a chance to do it this arvo. So yeah, there's a use for it there. It has its uses, but it is definitely, do not buy it if you are tossing up whether to buy a plug-in 1800 watt or 1800 psi, 2300 watt psi, whatever pressure washer. It is by no means there's no way it's stripping. You're not going to use it as a patio cleaner. You're not going to do anything. It's like if you have a party and your table gets dirty, rather than get the hose, you can use this. That's all it's going to be for. Don't ever think it's going to replace a pressure washer. For doing this is perfect. You don't need it to. I reckon I could wash a car with it. I'm going to do it one day just to prove that you could do it. To myself, I don't care if anyone else doesn't believe me, but just to myself, I want to be able to wash a car with it. I reckon it would be able to do it. I'll have that 30 litre bucket of DI water ready to go. I'll use every part of that apart from the soap. I'll use my own car wash soap and all that. Snow foam, car soap, ceramic sealant. I know the ceramic sealant goes through it because that's what we just did, that last step on the window there. That was a ceramic sealant. SiO2 silicon, whatever it is, SiO2 I'm not sure, but it's a ceramic sealant. Spray on, spray off, best one. So yeah, I will try and do a whole car with it with 30 litres. Maybe we'll just use 30 litres of RO water for every step and see where that gets us, and see if we can do it in under 30 litres and only using the Azedo and only using one battery. So I did top that up. So let's say 2.5, but I didn't do every window either. I didn't do that big window down the side, well, not the big window, but the high window behind the shed and the 2 bathroom windows here. So if I was to do that, let's say three jugs of water, so 90 litres, and probably 4 litres of mixed concentrate. So 4 litres means 4 capfuls, which is nothing. So that's really potent stuff. That is really strong. So yeah, very good. And 2.5 amp hour batteries. So the other battery still had a little bit left in it, but I wanted to swap it out and not run out of battery while I was out there doing the ceramic sealant. Like I said, that if it'll streak if you leave it dry, so I wanted to make sure I had a fresh battery and enough water, and I only just had enough water, so that was lucky. But yeah, so 5 amp hours of battery, 90 litres of water to do my house, which is pretty good, I reckon. And I didn't bother timing because I've stopped and started and mucked around with this. Plus, it's the first time I'm using it, so it's a bit not awkward, but I just don't have a proper flow just yet. So, but you can see there, I left that window over there in real time. It's as fast as that. It's really easy. So yeah, really easy. I mean, I did the 2 front windows there in probably under 10 minutes. I'll time it on the video. I'll speed it up on the video, but I'll put the actual finish time in there. I'll work it out. But yeah, very happy with that. So yeah, just a couple mods on the cart and we're done. I'm not going to change anything. The broom works really good. The scrub pad works really good. So all that is you can buy this bit from Bunnings, this dark blue bit, and then you buy this scrub bit here from Bunnings as well, and it kind of sticks to that just with, it's just, yeah, it'll stay on there. It's just got some like Velcro kind of thing. And then this is just oats. You've got to get this one because it's the only one that fits all the way up here. So it's if anyone wants to know, it's that one. You can see there, oats. It doesn't have a number or anything, and it's got that handle on it. But you can test it in the shop. It took me about 5 minutes to find it because all the other ones were too big. And then all I did, it had some stupid plastic clip on it. I just drilled it through and put a big stainless steel bolt through it. So the next point of failure is going to be this if you go pushing too hard. But I was giving it a bit of curry just then, and it's not going to break unless this gets old or you leave it in the sun and it gets brittle. Then it might snap. But yeah, that works perfect. So really good. Anyway, I'll see if I can just try it out using a bottle with some fennel in it and do the grass. I haven't done it in ages. It doesn't need it, but I'll just try it out, see what happens. And I'll put some finished photos in of the windows out the front there, so you can see right through. I reckon it's going to be pretty good. Yeah, so the cart's working out pretty good, and that's a reflection. Absolutely zero water spots. Very happy. That's good. The only thing is, I don't know where the security screens are. I don't know how that's going to come up because I didn't scrub it with the scrub pad because I can't get to it. Those windows do come out from the inside, so I can do it. But yeah, if they come up half decent, I'm just going to leave them. If they're better than what they were, I think I'm just going to leave it. It's not, the windows are really heavy and awkward, and if you drop it, you're going to break the glass, and I can't be bothered. If it comes up, 80%, I'm fine with that for those side windows. Yeah, all good. Anyway, we'll see you on the next project. Thanks for the help. Catch you on the next one.